All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are listening to me or viewing me from. My name is John Breakthrough, and I'm welcoming you to a special edition of our program, Education Forum. Today, in Education Forum, we have a very interesting topic that has been reigning through the streets of Monrovia, Liberia, in every corner. It's about the issue of drugs. But on this platform, we address issues that affect students. Why we are addressing issues that affect students? Because we believe in schools, thousands of future leaders get imparted. That's where their minds get molded. So, other organizations, other media platforms, other television stations are discussing different forms of drug abuse or drug abuses. But for us, we are targeting the issue of drugs, the misuse of drugs or alcohol abuses in schools among students. How can we work around it? Can it stop? Is it possible? Is there any way we can twist and turn things to give us better results? Who are responsible? Who are the causes of those things? So, I have some guests that are going to join me on today's show. And you too, you are also there. You can give your comment in the comment section, or better still, you just text if you want to have a say on the discussion. We can find a way and get you into it, and your face can be shown live, and you can give your own view or point that you wish to give. This program is a program for everyone to express their simple thought. On this program, we don't judge anyone. We give our views, we give our points, then the public, those in authority, will listen and pick what they believe can work, and they will trash what they believe they don't need. We as citizens of Liberia or citizens from different countries around the world, sometimes it's that when you are on the soccer field, while witnessing the match, some of the things you see, some of the errors you notice, those on the field of play don't have the ability to know these things. So, with that being said, we are on the outside end of it, viewing what's going on. So, every citizen, everyone, once you have breath to breathe, you have the opportunity to have your say on this platform. It's an open platform. It was created to build the capacity of our young people positively and allow them grow with integrity. So everything we do on this platform is bringing us back to the facts that we need to learn and grow with integrity. Because with integrity, we can do beyond what we think we can do. With integrity, everyone may not have an equal share, but everyone will have what they need to take them to the next day without begging another person like they are slave to them. Get the point? So that is the essence of this program. So today you are going to enjoy those conversations, everything that have been taking place in Morovia, different groups of people, um, the protests, the parade, the radio presentation. We have our own version to speak on from our point today. So we just want you to stick and still wherever you are, and listen to what we have to say. Share this page to another person, to another person, to another person. We want everyone to grab because we have planned to give our view on this drug issue. How is it going about? Who's starting it? Who's nurturing it? All right. So I have one of my guests already in studio with me. While we wait on, I will just bring him in, and then all right. So Wilton, welcome. Your mic is still muted.
Well, thank you, Mr. Breakthrough. It's a very warm pleasure to join you in the studio.
Good. So while we are waiting on our friends to join, how was your weekend, my man?
Well, probably, I think I had the most awesome weekend ever. I was fortunate to have been alive to celebrate the birthday of my son, well, he's my light today,
Okay.
and I guess it was so successful. We had fun like daddy and son time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I haven't experienced that feelings
Okay.
for a very long time.
I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I like that. I haven't experienced that feelings. I like that part. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, my man.
And, 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 and something so shocking about the weekend that I have noticed also,
Mm-hmm.
the atmosphere seemed much cooler than before. And not that, but everybody nowadays just seem to be minding that business. Everybody's indoor. You don't see a lot of prop, problem on the street like it used to be. It's just that few people still burning tire
Mm.
opposite the Capitol buildings and other things.
Okay. So there was, in fact, there is a form of atmosphere in Liberia right now concerning the drugs issue, bro. Are you noticing it?
Atmosphere about drugs.
Yeah, sure. The anti-drugs, drugs
Oh, oh, oh,
abuse,
oh, oh,
alcohol
oh, oh,
abuses and stuff.
that nearly slipped my mind. Like it's tense, it's tense, and it need an urgent addressment. I witnessed thousands of people going on the street
Mhm.
with that petition about saying no to drugs.
Okay.
That drew the attention of representative, that drew the attention of senator, that drew the attention of president, that drew the attention of concerned citizens. So if thousands of people could go on the street to give that petition, it means that that's factors that is alarming. So drugs is something very sensitive that we should pay attention to, Mr. Breakthrough.
Okay. All right.
Very
So
good. Roll it on.
we also have Alex. Alex, welcome. At least my guests are coming gradually. Alex, welcome.
And now you're getting you clear?
Are you getting me now? I'm saying welcome, welcome.
Please put your phone on because low.
Now,
Hello?
Mr. Breakthrough is clear, Alex. I
Yes, I'm
think
saying
the
welcome,
frequency is
Alex.
fine.
Alex, if you are not getting me, then you have to go off and log in again.
I don't know what happening now. For now, I hear you not too clear.
So just log out, and log in again.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So
So, Mr. Breakthrough,
mm-hmm,
like on that issue of drugs, I was touched to see people in the 50s, 60s, and 70s under that cold,
mm-hmm.
the heavy downpour of rain, expressing a disenchantment, especially in the youth that are in the street, addicted to the consumption of drugs. I think that speaks of alone,
Okay.
something that we should pay attention to.
Okay.
If our grandparents, not even our parents, but grandparents going on the street, there's a concern. There's something touching.
And that is one reason why we have decided to talk about that issue today. You know, there are some good parts and some bad parts about the parade, about the talks about drugs around the country, and some people see it to be a form of merrymaking. Some see it to be um, an entertainment show because I saw some people intoxicated with alcohol under the ring and like making
Yeah,
fun out
sure,
of
sure, sure.
out of everything. Yeah. So we are going to be addressing major issues today concerning that drugs issue, and we believe those responsible to handle the issue of drugs are really going to gain some ideas from what we have to say here today. Yeah, they are going to really learn a couple of things if they don't know it, which I believe they know some, but they are still going to add up to their ideas on what we are going to be discussing here today. So let's get Alex come in. Alex, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good. All right. So um let's know who Alex is a little bit.
So once again, I'm Alex Bagole Nano, a Liberian. It's not Bagole Nano Senior because I got my junior. So
Okay.
so I'm Alex Bagole Nano Senior, a Liberian, a an entertainer in general,
An entertainer.
doing both music and movie.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's know who Wilton is a little bit.
Oh, probably I think there's a slightly difference between me and brother Alex Nano. I
Yeah.
am well toned to what I call still a junior, but I didn't have much time to enjoy my junior life because I had somebody that replaced my juniorship. Now I'm a senior,
You're right.
and yeah, probably I can proudly say that I'm a proud product of Bone County, Maryland, and Lofa County.
Bon
But
County, Maryland.
nonetheless,
Mm-hmm.
and Lofa County, I'm also a patriotic Liberian that concerned in the growth and development of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So let's know where Mr. Alex came from too.
So I also came from Bon County, precisely Sala District, Sala Town, Sala City.
Oh, Satellite Loon is a town, is a district. Satellite Loon.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
district
city.
in general,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah.
particular part of the district I came from is Salala, and it's also a city. So the district named after the town.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. So we have the issue. We will just go straight into our issues. When our other guests join us later, we can continue from that point. But for now, we can just jump in. So we have something that has caught the attention of the Liberian government. It have actually been spoken about by many governments. Yes, we know everyone has been talking about it, and this government decided to take it to another level by asking everyone to come out and fight this drug issue. But we are going to be talking around that activities, coming out to fight this drug issue, the procedure, the way it's happening, and how does it relate to bringing result to killing this drug issue or or limiting it or eliminating it at all. But for this platform, like you guys know, we narrow our information down to the students properly, the learning environment, that our target. Other platform targets the general public, but for us, we are narrowing our conversation, our drug issues to the students in classroom. And there's a video that we are going to play here to tell you why we, especially me, the founder of this program, decided that we should concentrate our energy, young people, government, public sector, parents, schools, administrations should concentrate our energy on the classroom. Because if we put attention within the classroom, in the next 10 years, we will get a major shift. But I will play a video from the Deputy Minister for Education during the Jowea regime, Mr. Latin Dator. Why are you laughing, Wilton?
Oh, because I got brief knowledge on that video. I saw it, so I can remember in detail, but I know it's something that is laughable.
No, this is not laughable. I hosted an interview with him and the Minister of Education in presence of former Minister Ansu Soni. Yes, if you know Mr. Ansu Soni, he was the past minister. And I will just give a little bit of what Mr. Daton said that relates to why we decided to attack the classroom. So
I don't know if the town. I don't know if the town will permit me to get a little bit of the laughable aspect of it,
okay.
because I witnessed with my two eyes leaders within the region of Joey that I just mentioned who are drugs addicted.
Okay. All
And
right.
it's just laughable, but I don't want to go political at this moment.
Mm-mm.
So I think we should look at the academic aspect of it. I would
Yes.
appreciate if you play that video.
Yeah, basically, we are not going to quarter government officials on what they do and stuff. The reason why I brought former Minister Lighting Dator is because he spoke relating to what we are putting our energy into. And that was why those interviews were hosted with all the ministers. I got different interviews with almost all the ministers that was in the Joya regime. So I will be bringing them slowly and we'll be listening to them, how it relates to us. So let's listen to what Mr. Daton said and why we need to put our energy in the classroom.
Okay.
In Liberia today, and about 800,000 is in private schools. So private school is a ratio of almost 60-40 when you look at our population. Between now and 2030,
Okay. So listen to him carefully. He's giving us statistic.
we have around 1.4 million children going to school in Liberia as of today.
Okay.
Out of that number, blatant 600,000 of them are in public schools.
Okay.
So about 600,000 fines are in public schools in Liberia today, and about 800,000 is in private school. So private school is a ratio of almost 60-40 when you look at our population. Between now and 2030, we have about 480,000 students that will be joining our school sector. So we can safely say by 2030, Liberia will have close to 2 million children. We have around.
Now, did you get a statistic? That
Wow, I got the statistic, but what dragged my attention is that 2 million they will be losing a lot of potential youth and children.
no, he said that will be joining the learning sector. Listen, I could play again. You got him? Listen to it carefully.
That era did not end, so his statement there did not end.
Okay, so listen again. He's trying to during the Joria regime, they did a census, right? So during this interview, okay, with him, he was telling me I was there. There was another person there with me, which I don't want to mention their names here. They were also there with me. He said he's giving this statistic, and the only reason why we are taking him to this because these are statistics to tell the public why we should concentrate on schools because that's where the future generation comes from in huge number. So under his
Yeah,
statistic,
sure.
we are paying attention to. We are not paying attention to nothing else. We just want the statistics from him so that it can guide us in our conversation.
Yeah, sure.
So let's listen to it again. Maybe you can write it down if you wish, so that you can relate to it if need be.
We have around 1.4 million children going to school in Liberia as of today.
Now, this record. Okay, now I think you can see me back there trying to do some technical work in the interview. Now, this record is still current because since this statistic was done, like it's just this statistic is less than 3 years old. This interview was done less than 3 years ago. So that is the record for Liberia right now. So that means it's active. It's good. I just want to make that clear. It's good. It is not 50 years ago. It's just less than 3 years ago.
We have around 1.4 million children going to school in Liberia as of today. Okay. Out of that number, blatant 600,000 of them are in public schools. Okay. So about 600,000 fines are in public schools in Liberia today, and about 800,000 is in private schools. So private school is a ratio of almost 60-40 when you look at our population. Between now and 2030, we have about 480,000 students that will be joining our school sector. So we can safely say by 2030, Liberia will have close to 2 million children.
You try to say close to 2 million children in school. Okay. So that's the projection that he's trying to make. So let's let him go with that. Now we listen to the statistic, and then our program that we are discussing here is talking about students. People normally ask me, Breakthrough, why are you narrowing just your conversation on students? Why are you just paying attention to just students? It's not general. I said because the students are the next generation. For our present generation, bro, me, you, and Alex sitting down there, I mean, we already corrupt, man. We corrupt. We are corrupt. Our brain corrupt, whether we agree or not. Everybody, lawmaker, parents, those who selling in chicken soup factory, the whole country is zero balance corrupt. So we can't concentrate on ourselves anymore because we are living the scenes now. So those that are coming, we need to transfer the goodness into them, and then the error that we made or the wickedness we have done or we are doing, they will see it to be different. That's why the title for our program is called Growing and Learning with Integrity. Transformation starts with me. That is the motto for this School Zone Liberia Education Forum Gifted Kids program. You always hear the children saying, we are growing with integrity. Transformation starts with me. So that is why we decided to play lighting data a little bit. So now we know the figure we are working around. So if we concentrate on the school, if everyone pay attention to the students, we know that we will be making progress because they are still younger. It's easier to work with their brains right now than some of that. Our brain has already been corrupted. We have to steal money. But the moment someone give you $50, you start thinking on how to squeeze 10 from there and say, like 40 you give me, like 40 you give me. So the children, let's work with them in doing that. So now I have another video. Take note. This video is talking about how those in this part of the world, America, Europe, in the modern part of the world, drug is also giving them problem, just as it's giving us problem in Africa. So some of the ways that they applying to fight their own, I want us to play this video. You can take few points from there too and add to what you already been researching to build you up so that when we're talking, you will get some smart references to tack onto. So should I play the video?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Breakthrough. I think it'll be not just necessary for us, but for other people who are watching the show.
Okay.
As our children get older, we may still picture them playing sports or performing in the high school play. It's hard to imagine that innocence being lost to drugs, but for far too many youth, it's happening.
Law enforcement is working hard going after dealers and suppliers, but we can't do this alone. We need parents' help.
Now, let's hold it right there. Wilton, did you hear what the guy said in the court?
Yeah, the key word is that we need parents' help. And I think that is very essential.
Mr. Mr. Alex. Alex.
Yeah?
Did you hear what the guy said? I will take it again.
As our children get older, we may still picture them playing sports or performing in the high school play. It's hard to imagine that innocence being lost to drugs, but for far too many youth, it's happening.
Law enforcement is working hard going after dealers and suppliers, but we can't do this alone. We need parents' help.
It starts at home with candid conversations between you and your teens about the dangers of drugs and how easy it is to make poor decisions.
I mean, Alex, are you there? Is there your camera?
Yeah,
is there a camera freeze, eh?
Yeah, it keep freezing, but I got them.
All right. So the video continues. I'm going to skip it at
Hello?
Yes, hello.
All right, I got you.
Can you just go off and come back on? So this video was done by the security sector, the Department of Public Safety. Okay. From the United States, Minnesota. So if you see those who have the money, those who have the system, are also going through the same drug issues that we are going through. That means there are some things that we need to take from them, and there are some things that we ourselves should stand up and do about this thing. That's why I brought this video for all to just get a tip on it. Okay. Yeah, you good now?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. So we take the video from the top and we let it play straight to the end. So please pay attention to it.
As our children get older, we may still picture them playing sports or performing in the high school play. It's hard to imagine that innocence being lost to drugs, but for far too many youth, it's happening.
Law enforcement is working hard going after dealers and suppliers, but we can't do this alone. We need parents' help.
It starts at home with candid conversations between you and your teens about the dangers of drugs and how easy it is to make poor decisions.
Wax, Molly, dabs. It's all unfamiliar territory to many parents. Through this educational video, we hope to help you recognize the signs in this ever-changing drug culture.
So this is your typical teenager's bedroom. Don't be fooled. Even good kids can make poor decisions. Whether your child is an athlete, straight-A student, or a band member, even the best of kids can get wrapped up with the wrong crowds. Let's start with the nightstand. At first glance, you may not see anything that looks suspicious or out of the ordinary, but take a look at this Red Bull can. Even ordinary everyday objects can actually be hiding places for drugs, things that your kids want to conceal from you. So it's important that you're picking these things up and looking at them. We also have what looks like could be just your typical lip balm container. However, this is commonly used for storing marijuana wax. Marijuana wax is a very sticky substance, so it's often found in these silicone containers. We also have something that to you may look like an ordinary gaming system, or if you open it up and take a closer look, it's actually a scale, and these are commonly used for measuring quantities of drugs. A lot of kids have bulletin boards that they like to use to show their medals, pictures of friends, things of that nature. However, it's good to take a look at that too and make sure that there's not anything out of the ordinary. You might see this keychain here, not think anything of it. However, this is also used to hide different quantities of drugs in powdered form and pills. So I know what you're thinking. You feel like you're invading your kids' privacy. However, this is your house, and you're ultimately responsible for their health and well-being. That's why it's important to check everywhere in their room. Take their bed, for example. They might be hiding drugs or drug paraphernalia right under their mattress. So let's take a look at this bookshelf. You see any red flags? You might be surprised to find out that this ordinary stack of CDs could actually be another way for your child to conceal drugs or paraphernalia. The thing about kids is they'll spend most of their day trying to conceal the fact that they're using drugs. Take a look at this glasses case. If you don't open it, you never know what's inside. Now, a dresser may be one of your more typical hiding spots, but when was the last time you actually went through your kids' clothes? It's important when you're doing this that you're not just opening up and looking inside. You need to be going through the clothes because it can hide any number of items. Take a look at this, for example. It might just look like a small coin purse, but when you open it up, you can hide any number of small things inside. Don't skip over something just because you think you know what's in it. What about their backpack? This is usually something that never leaves your kid's side, so it's important that you go through it often. Make sure you're checking every pocket and every corner. Now, one of the last places that you might think to look is in their trash can. But make sure you're checking it out. They might have some residue and even packaging. This might look like your ordinary Ziploc bag, but down here in the corner, look at this. This is used for packaging small amounts of drugs. They'll put them in the corner, twist it off, and tie it up. So if you're seeing things like this in your kid's trash can, you might want to have a discussion. Also, make sure you're checking their bathrooms. It may be surprising to you, but even some feminine products can be used to hide drugs and paraphernalia. Just like with the Red Bull can. You want to make sure that you're picking these things up and manipulating the canisters to make sure it's not a concealable device. Kids don't just wake up one day and start doing heroin. It often starts with prescription pills. That's why it's important to make sure that you're keeping track of all of your prescriptions and, if possible, locking them up. Another thing to note is all prescriptions should be properly labeled. It is illegal to possess any bottle of prescription pills without their intended prescription. Remember, it may not be your kids abusing the pills, it may be your kids' friends. So again, the best prevention is to lock them up. Finally, make sure you're checking your kids' phones. You pay for it, you have a right to go through it. Make sure you know their passcodes, look through their text messages and their apps. If you see words like got any, you good, looking for zip, or you looking, those might be key phrases for drug use. Now, we've only just scratched the surface on the types of paraphernalia to be on the lookout for. Educate yourself as much as possible, especially on what these drugs look like.
These are real examples of drugs that law enforcement officers encounter on a daily basis when dealing with our teens and drugs. Many of you would recognize marijuana or a marijuana cigarette, but many drugs are becoming harder and harder to recognize. These new drugs are evolving. This is an example of a marijuana wax that our teens are purchasing today. This is an example of marijuana wax in a much larger quantity. It may not look dangerous just by looking at it, but the truth is marijuana wax is up to 9 times stronger than traditional marijuana. Marijuana wax comes in many different forms and is referred to as wax, dabs, or honey oil, and can be extremely dangerous. Ecstasy has been around for many years, and the new form of ecstasy is Molly, which comes in a pill format. This is very popular in the teen party scene today. Heroin can be found in many different forms. It can be found as a white or off-white powder, and it can also be found as a black sticky substance known as black tar heroin. It typically will come in small bindles such as this. Heroin is extremely dangerous, not only because it's hard to tell the potency from batch to batch, but in recent months, Minnesota has had shipments of heroin that has been laced with the synthetic opioid fentanyl. This combination has proven to be deadly and is responsible for several deaths in Minnesota and nationwide. Oftentimes, teenagers begin their drug use by stealing prescription medication from the medicine cabinet of parents, family, or friends. Some examples of prescription medications would be amphetamines, hydrocodone, oxycodone, or OxyContin, along with morphine pills. Many law enforcement agencies now have drug drop-off locations. If you have unused, expired, or unwanted prescriptions, please reach out to your local law enforcement to inquire about these locations. Synthetic drugs like these are an emerging choice of drug for our teens today. These synthetic drugs are created to mimic the effects of cocaine, meth, LSD, and marijuana. They come in many different forms. Most often, synthetic drugs are purchased online, oftentimes from China or other countries around the globe. They are often marketed as the natural or legal form of LSD. These drugs are illegal.
From the Twin Cities to Greater Minnesota, we are seeing drugs destroy lives.
Teens often want their privacy, but as parents, it's your job to protect and keep your children safe. Don't be afraid to conduct random checks of their rooms or personal belongings.
If you suspect your loved one is using drugs, you need to have conversations. Contact treatment providers and possibly even contact law enforcement.
Every family needs to handle the situation in the best way they see fit.
But ultimately, doing nothing may put your loved one at risk. Have conversations and start today.
So that video, my guests are getting set to talk about it. That video talks a lot about collective work. The government, the parents, the private institution, because the government institution also fall under the government. That's why I'm figuring out private institutions. Even the landlords, those who renting apartments, they are involved into this drugs fight. The international community, they are also involved into this drugs fight. Now, each and every citizen must be involved into this drugs fight. Even loved ones, partners are involved into this drugs fight. The international community cannot help Liberia with the fighting of drug abuse or alcohol abuse. No international community can help Liberia with the fight of drugs. You just saw the Minnesota police. The did not help Liberia with fighting. You just saw the Minnesota police talking about their own problem that they are facing with drugs. So, if they are facing their problem, do you think they are going to leave their problem and come to solve yours? No. So the citizens of each and every country, in collaboration with their government, needs to fight the drugs. Okay? I can see all of you guys are coming now and the video has played. We can go back to the video, so we will just continue with the conversation. All right, Victor, Mr. Sylvester Johnson, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this is the show today. We are discussing. This is our topic that we are discussing today. This topic is the one we are actually discussing today. So, alcohol addiction and the misuse of drugs between primary and secondary students in Liberia. What are the causes? Can it stop? If yes, how can it stop? So each and every one of us are going to give our ideas about this topic today. So I hope you guys are prepared to talk about this because we need your input. whether going on the street and wearing black clothes can stop drugs from coming in country, or people getting drunk and dancing on a ring can stop drugs. We need to share our ideas about this issue. So we will jump straight into the discussion right now. But before we go, Mr. Sylvester, can you just introduce yourself publicly, because today is your first day on this platform with us?
All right, my name is Sylvester Victor Johnson. A Liberian and a cinematographer. I personally live in Liberia, and I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer, videographer, and I also involved into documentary and so on.
Okay, thank you so much. Wilton, you have not introduced yourself. I know Alex did, but I didn't come to you to talk about yourself a little bit before we go on.
Well, my name is Wilton Terora Costa Jr., formerly senior. I'm a patriotic Liberian, and also I'm somebody who is highly interested in the growth and development of the youth population.
Okay, all right. So that's it. And then we heard the officers talking about how they are fighting their own drugs. So, what are your thoughts about our topic? Wilton, let's start with you.
Mr. Breakthrough, this is a very sensitive discussion. First, we have two key things we need to pay attention to. Number one is alcoholic addiction, and number two is the misuse of drugs. And we discussing about primary and secondary students within Liberia. This topic is touching, not just touching. This topic is disenchanting to parents, to concerned citizens, to people who believe in the growth and development of Liberia's future. Because we're talking about students, like you rightly said previously, Mr. Breakthrough. We're talking about the future of Liberia, because these students simplify the future of our land that represents peace and liberty of this country. So my view is numerous, is very, very numerous, because this topic is very big. It's something that we should put our passion in, something that parents, youth, everybody is one way or the other engaged in.
Okay.
But I will summarize it into 5 categories.
So
Looking at the causes.
just answer the question first. Number one, the causes. How can it stop? Then we'll get to the why part or how part.
I got 5 causes
Okay.
of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
5 primary causes. There are more than 5, but my primary causes are 5.
Okay.
And on the number 2 question, can it stop? Indeed, we as a parents, we have a youth, we as a just consumer, we as a patriotic Liberian people stop to the addiction of drugs. And how? I also get 5 possibilities of how we can stop it.
Okay.
That's my stand.
All right, good. So let's get quick to Sylvester. Just okay, Sylvester is gone. So Alex, so just talk about the 3 questions right there quickly, and let's hear your input on it. You have to unmute your mic.
Yeah, please come back with the question, please.
This is the topic we are talking about right before you there. And we got 1, 2, and 3 questions there. So speak to those questions. What are the causes to you about these drugs in primary and secondary school? That means from kindergarten to 12th grade. That's our target. So what do you think the cause of the alcohol addiction and drugs abuses? Can it stop? If you say yes, how do you think this can stop? So what are the causes first? Do you know any cause?
Yeah.
All right. But do you think it can stop?
I don't think it can stop, but I think it can be minimized.
Okay. So let's now begin with you. Let's talk about your courses before we go back to Wilton.
So the first cause is the national government.
How?
The safety of, I mean, the protection of our various borders. That is the first cause that I see. The next one would be if it enters through the borders and come in the community, how the community engage it. Then, if talking about school, how the school administrators handle the security system in various school campuses. If you look at Ministry of Education, some of the laws says that every school should have a fence. And yet I agree that there are some schools that got fence. But how the security system is set up there is the problem. Some schools you'll go see one man standing there, he's saying he's the security. But that man is there only to open the gate and close the gate to not to allow students to go outside. But are they checking the students' bags and things? Or are they checking on the students? Like what the security lady was doing there. Why is the stretch you are doing it in home? But I think also they are also telling us to do it in school. Are our school doing those things? Besides, I look at these drugs things not just for the kids in school. You have got a lot of kids today in Liberia that are not in school, but they have been affected. For me, I got the opportunity almost like I'm in Bonkane almost like every month, except where I'm not too okay or I don't have a job, I don't have nothing to do there, specifically nothing to do there, or I'm waiting for something to carry. There are a lot of kids in Bonkane that are not in school, but some of them have been affected with the drugs too. So I look at it on the broad aspect of all children in the country. Then another thing, let me put some blame or responsibility on us, the entertainers. I tell you no lie. From the time I have been fighting the drugs issue, both locally and internationally, I see that in the entertainment industry, drugs is very hard there. We're looking at school, but drugs is very hard there.
Yeah. Hold on.
But in the entertainment,
Hold
it
on.
attracts young
Hold
children.
on. Hold on a little bit. Hold on a little bit. Like I said, this discussion is being discussed through different medias in different ways. Like you saw, the government just brought their own way. They believe they can fight it by asking people to come on the street and parade and stuff. Good. That's some of the ways they are fighting it. We are targeting students and schools administrations. So anything we're saying, whether government, it should be linked to school. So because when we go in the entertainment industry, that's another area where drugs is also being tackled. But we don't want to go that path. Our program is basically building the capacity of the next generation positively. So let's stick around the school.
So with the school, I would say that it can be controlled in the school when the school administrators put in the rifle security mechanism to restrict students from carrying drugs in school by checking their bags, by increasing the number of securities that they will need on the campus, and by putting a lot of security measures in play. I think with that, it will help to control it or to stop it. And besides that, the administrators should not be partial, because if it comes to the drugs and the alcoholism, when I was in school, I experienced some of those things. We had some instructors who their nephew or sons was in alcoholism, but they were being partial because those children are children, so they can put them out. They just talk, they can put them, they just call them, they can put them out. You see the student, that guy will come right by in class. I experienced those things. So let the administrator not be partial also in that judgment. If they put a rifle mechanism, like let's say You got the security guy, the guy at their fence gate to enter. Check every student before they enter. I think that would be better. So you gotta have more than one security man. Putting that mechanism, check every student. Every student are coming to enter there. Check them. Check their bags, like what the lady was saying there. Check their bags. There are something I have been taking on. Check their bags. And if that child is caught with it, they'll be reported to the security agency who is responsible for it or call police. And the next thing is invite the parents and tell the parents what your child did and let the parents too know how to take care of that child. I'll stop there for now.
Okay. So you believe that it cannot stop, but it can be minimized.
No, I believe that, okay, when it comes to the school, I believe that it can be stopped.
Oh, it can be stopped, right?
Yeah.
So the way that you just explained, that's why you are telling us that if the government follow that procedure, that means it's going to be stopped in the school.
So the procedure first starts with the school and ends with the government. Unilaterally, it starts with the government, but if it comes to the school, it starts with the school because the government don't want to send security men at your gate. The school administration going to assign security at their gates and security on their campuses who will be there to monitor these kids. Because sometimes you see the kids, if they don't have instructor in class by then, they will leave and go behind. In a corner, they cut. Just like 2010, 2020, 2004 when I was in 10th grade, in 11th grade, I had some friends when no instructor in class, but then they had a thing they call drip. So my dad bring it in a bag. On campus, they'll bring it in a bag, they'll bring drip in a bag. When those students don't dripping you, because they don't, nobody checking that bag when they're coming, and nobody in the class, so they go drip. So when I go where they hide a kubo shot, they go bend the kubo shot, they say, when they go eat, they take that drip. Then later when they started, when they drip thing left, so when I'm buying the king to mix with the gun, they'll put in the water plastic. They'll bring on campus. I experienced that. They'll bring on campus. They'll drink. What I will do?
Okay.
I won't talk.
So let's just attack your point straight through. What are the procedures, how you think can stop it in school? I want you just explain it, number one, number two, just hit it like that.
So the first thing I said, that the school, as the government has said that all school, it is part of that law, all schools should have fence. Hello, Avin. Hello?
We are hearing you. Go ahead. I want there now.
All schools should have fence. Then the administration too should increase that security guard they have there. The people that guide that security, they should increase them. Now you get one man sitting there like the school that right there front. They just have one man there to open gate and close gate. That's all you're there for. So let them increase the security that will be at that gate to check the various bags of students that are coming in the camp on the campuses, on the various campuses, and their pockets and things. They got so many ways students can have things. Some will put in their socks, some will put in their pockets, some will put in their bags. Let them check the various bags before they enter their classes. I think you watched a movie they call Free Mr. Clark. They have something similar to that I think in Free Mr. Clark. Leon Me, okay, call him Leon Me, I mean. Leon Me, that's a movie name, Leon Me. They have something similar to that because the drugs were so high in the school. And that was one of the procedures that Mr. Clark brought. So that is one. Then two, if the person is caught or that student is caught, let that student be taken to the police. We should not say, oh, that student may go home. Go home, you drunk. No. Not go home, you drunk. Then be taken to the police. If the 5 minutes that guy will make in a cell, or even they don't put in the cell, but put it on bench and waste his time over there, I think they will start learning some sense. It may not happen one time, but 1 or 2 times, that guy will get tired. Every time they carry the police station, that guy will get tired. Yeah. So those are the two I look at.
Okay. All right. Let's welcome Pastor. Pastor, you're welcome. Pastor Stephen, you are welcome. Please unmute your mic. You are welcome. All right. So, Alex, just just get on. You said you have like 5 points relating this topic. So let's get to what are the causes. Alex, are you there? Not Alex, wait on. Your mic is muted, wait on.
Yeah, Mr. Breakthrough, I'm here.
Okay, good. So you said you have 5 points that is causing alcohol addiction and misuse of drugs in primary and secondary schools.
Yes, definitely, I said that.
So that we are the whole world is listening to you now to bring out your point. Let's say the whole country now listening to how can we solve this problem. What are the causes first?
Yeah, first thing I want to take my time and elaborate on the causes of alcohol addiction and drugs because it's something significant. Number one, we cannot talk about drugs addiction or alcohol addiction without talking about peer pressure. So peer pressure is my primary point that I will want to stress on. Number two is family upbringing. Number three, we're looking at the state of these children are being the consumer of these drugs and alcohol. In looking at them, we'll look at stress, we'll look at tension, we'll look at depression, and we'll look at anxiety. Number four, we'll look at environmental influences. And number five, we'll look at the lack of strictly disciplinary measure from parents and school administration. So, in elaborating these things, I will start with peer pressure. There's a pressure. Let's look at what peer pressure. Peer pressure is the positive and negative impact of peers on teens or children. And based on our experiences, from what we have noticed over a period of time, peer pressure play a lot of roles when it comes to alcoholic and drugs addiction. I was a victim of peer pressure. I grew up in an environment, academic environment of Christ the King Catholic School. I had a lot of friends who were already addicted. I'm speaking on my experience. I had a lot of friends who were already addicted to alcohol and drugs. I found myself in that environment. All of a sudden, I later on, uh,
All right. Okay, Mama. Thank you. So just inform him and you guys can write me. I'm actually on a show now. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, gentlemen. It was a must that I picked this call. So, Pastor, are you there? Pastor, is your network better now? Wow. I don't know what with Pastor Network. It's frustrating so much, man. All right. So, Alex, you gave 2 points, right? Alex,
Yeah.
you provided 2 points uh, that can be done to solve this problem. You said
Yep.
you said the school administration should increase their security. Was that what you said?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that was like three to increase the security guard to check on the students, meaning that before they enter the fence. Three, the administration should not be partial,
What do you mean, Pasha?
meaning that not because this child is my son or my nephew, he in school, he came drunk. I should allow him to go to school, or I caught him with alcohol, I should allow him to go to school. Or I caught him with any of those things that is prohibited, I should still allow him to sit in class at that time. I should have him taken to the police because it will be done to every child. For me, I suggest that it be done to every child. So I should have him be taken to the police, at least to learn some sense from there. So that's the 3 points I.
Do you think parents should be involved into this issue? Do you think parents should be deeply involved?
Yeah. Parents should be deeply involved because it's their children that are spoiling today. It is our kids that are spoiling. It is kids that are going astray. It is that kids that are losing their mind and thing, getting on the street.
And how?
I see parents.
And how do you want them to get involved? How can they get involved to help the drugs issue? Maybe that just the government needs to fight it. You don't think so?
No, I don't think I own the government.
Okay, so how you think the parents? How you think the parents can fight it?
One, love put this too much of I love my child and spoil my child thing. Love put it away. Again, that's why when I always talking, I let to give an example of my very self. My own son that I got, who is my junior, just for not following an instruction from me, and some money got missing from me, I took him to the police station, and those people that are suspected of taking the money, every one of them went to jail. Everyone I put into jail in stealing. He rest of me as I'm talking right now. So that thing, I love my child. And when my child does wrong, I should be crying to protect them. When the police carry them to correct them, I said, no, let's leave him here. Let the man go there, go in prison, spend some time, then I'll go for him. Then he'll learn, he'll get some senses. But if the police is above to carry the man, then Jeffrey, the man right there, the man will spoil. I experienced that, brother. Let me just say something again. When I was coming up in my late teens, in my early 20s, I used to like a lot of beginning in the community that I'm older than. So I brought a lot of beginning around me, but I started entertainment ever since. So I knew dance. So I brought some beginning around me. But because I was not like too active, and they wanted to be active, they got some other friends that came who were in the alcohol thing. They started with alcohol first. Every time I'm talking, oh, baby, you saw. Oh, baby, you all kind of need all kind of names, Till some friends came, they started working together in one bakery. When they started working at bakery, those friends that came, they came from one of the various communities we got in the city.
Okay.
Nukuta. So they're involved with some other stuff. So they introduced them to first thing is the bread tablet. We're working in the bakery, bread tablet. That bread tablet was not enough for them. Is that taking 10-10? From 10-10, is that taking a dacipan? From dacipan, they went to opium. Today, I'm telling you, almost 4 of that children, they are on the street. I'm still trying to get them. I can't get them. I brought them. I still talking to them. I saying something that wish I started taking care of those kids. I need to feed them. Besides sleeping, I need to feed them, close them. So now when I'm going up on show, I take them along with me. But today, those children, they are on the street. Only one came from there. And the thing I'm talking from there, because they were caught in huge problem that they were going to jail for a long period of time. That little boy ran, he went back Bonkante. He left in Bonkante, he came to his senses, and he came back. Just 2 years ago, he came back to my house and he fought and for me. He came to my house and said, Brabi, thank you. What you did for me.
Okay.
Because if I see all guys that you try to bring us up, when I see down the street today, I can feel bad. But today, I got my own woman, I got my own house, I got my own keke I running, now I got my second keke.
All right.
I got my children.
All right, let me hold you there. Introduce Pastor and go back to Wilton because Wilton was on the floor. So we have to be concise with our answers and be direct so that the program can get bored and the audience can really understand what we are talking and they can capture from there. So, Pastor, if your network is better, welcome again. Pastor Stephen, are you getting me? Okay, you still have trouble with your network. So, Wilton, let's get to your point that you were on.
Okay, Mr. Bridget, thank you again. And sorry for the interruption of the
Hello?
network.
You getting me?
Yeah, hello, Pastor, I'm getting you.
Hello?
We are hearing you, but you are coming in
Uh,
broken. That's it.
yeah, I'm Pastor Stephen Matthew Momo.
All right. So, Pastor Stephen Momo, you joined the show a little late
Are you
today.
still getting me?
Yes,
You getting me now?
we are getting you, but it's broken. Maybe you should try another location. Let's see how it works.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
getting me
sure.
now?
Or he can log out the show and come back again.
No, that is network issue. It's not about the show. So if you can change that location, just walk under a tree in your community. Let's try the network strain and see. Hold your phone in your hand and just walk under one of the tree in your area to know if your network goes smooth. Then you know that this location is bad on network. Yeah. So while you do that, Alex, please go on, please. I don't want the show to get bored on us.
Wilton,
Yeah, Wilton. Sorry, I keep calling Alex.
okay, Mr. Breakthrough. So quickly elaborate on my points because we're running out of time. Number one, we're discussing peer pressure. Peer pressure is my number one point. There is no way we would discuss drugs or alcohol addiction without discussing peer pressure. Peer pressure is uh, like a family away from home. These children leave their home, leave their parents' comfort, go into a school, confide into a friends. So their friends who they have trusted their friendship with is now being a negative influence to them. A lot of our children in school is going astray because of peer pressure. That's the number one thing we should look at. And number two, we should look at family upbringing. Uh, the Bible says that train up a child in a way that he or she should grow, and when they are old, they should never depart from it. A lot of families are in the wrong upbringing of children. Mr. Breakthrough, I am a witness of poor parental or family upbringing. We are in a society where family send their children, their students, the future of Liberia to go and buy alcohol. We are in a society where family drink, eat from children. We are in a society where families smoke, eat from children. We're in a society where family, parents are doing all these unlawful and wrong things before children. These children are victimized by poor parental and family upbringing. So there is no way we'll talk about drugs or alcoholic addiction without mentioning poor parental upbringing. Next things we want to talk about is stress, tension, depression, anxiety. These are all significant things that we should draw our attention to. We just look at the negative effect of alcohol and drugs addiction, but we don't care about what these children are going through. Even the adult, you, me, brother Alex, tension, stress, depression, push people outside their boundaries. This is not something that we should mean words to express. Depression is killing. Some of the children are so depressed to the extent that they find comfort in alcohol. Some of the children are so depressed to the extent that they find comfort in drugs. But there is a way out.
Good.
I will come to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to make mention of depression.
Yeah.
It's real though, and we should look into it. And also, we should look at environmental influences. We are living in a manipulative environment. You turn left, you see drugs. You turn right, you see drugs. You look in front, you see drugs. Don't make mistake the look behind, you see drugs. The environment these children are growing up in is manipulative. To make reference of that, we make reference on Soniwe, we make reference on Pinsville, we make reference on West Point, we make reference on Tupper Road. These are tactical areas that the government should pay attention to, or parents should be very conscious in raising their children in such an environment. The environmental influences is so much to the extent that parents have to pay key attention on how to raise our new potential youth or future leaders. And the last thing that I want us to pay key attention to is lack of strictly disciplinary measures from parents and school administration.
Okay.
Our parents are being too lenient, thinking about law, thinking about how they grew up on a highway and want a children to have a soft life. And the school administration is being too soft, especially in a manipulative society. The school administration is being too soft on children. So these are my 5 points.
All right. So those
And
those 5 points, do you agree with those 5 points? This issue can still stop?
I strongly believe, and I have the strongest eviction
Mhm,
that based on certain mechanism,
mhm,
certain measures, if they implemented rightfully,
mhm.
these 5 points can stop.
Okay. So I want you to relate the how to each of the point you gave and gave us. Oh, I hope your network is not messing around. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, you are listening to Education Forum. Education Forum is a program brought to you every Saturday with me and my guests. And you too can also be a guest if you want to be on different topics. So we will go back to Wilton to continue. So, like I was saying to you, Wilton, are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting clear, Mr. Breakthrough.
Good. So I said to you, since you agree with the 5 points you gave, right? The stress, the poor parental care and stuff, you still believe that with some mechanisms, the issue about alcoholic addiction and misuse of drugs in primary and secondary school can still stop in Liberia. I want you to relate.
Yes, I strongly believe.
Good. So I want you to relate now for us and the general public listening to you now. Attach your how to each of the 5 points you gave. So let's know number one, stress. What can we do to stop this stress? How can affect that stress to find solution to that stress? Let's get into that quickly.
Well, okay, I will start with stress, depression, tension, and anxiety. The best way to stop these things, I'll make two references, Mr. Breakthrough, based on my experience. I'm a victim of stress.
Alex, please pay attention. Huh? Take note. Mm-hmm.
I am a victim of stress. I am a victim of depression.
Okay.
I am a victim of anxiety.
Okay.
I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
The
Practical.
best way to stop these things is number one, I will make a reference to the Bible, Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all other things shall be added. Stress and anxiety do not need extra thought, do not need extra tension of thinking to solve it. We all have our own tension in life. We all have our own stress. We all have our own challenges that we should overcome. So it's not about thinking on these problems will solve it. Seek, yea, first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all other things shall be added. In Matthew 6:33. So if you carry your stress, if you carry your anxiety, if you carry your depression to God, automatically, God being God will find a solution to that problem. Two,
So,
towards stress
mhm,
and anxiety.
mhm.
You should also seek mentorship and you seek parentalship.
Mentorship and parentalship. Because I wanted to ask you the issue about drugs. How can we take drugs issue and carry it to God? Alex, because Wilton,
Yes, yes, yes.
because I wanted to clarify something here. God have a part to play, human being have part to play in everything we go through in this life. How can we take how can we take uh, 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 how can we take the issue of drugs in a country and carry it to God to solve it? How is that? How are we putting God in that space? Uh, Alex, please turn on your microphone. Do you agree
Yeah.
with Wilton in that part that we should seek ye first the kingdom of God when it comes to drugs issue and it will be solved? Do you agree with that part?
So as we started, you said we should limit it to school.
Mhm.
So with school, I would not agree because they are kids. What he's speaking of, the kids will not know that. But if it comes to holistically speaking, yes, I believe so. Because
How?
sometimes, as in speaking,
Mhm.
holistically,
Yeah,
I said,
I come in.
Mr.
I come in.
Breakthrough, I think.
Yeah, come in. Wait on, I come in. I just won't get a tip because your network was shaking. So I want Alex. I want to see if Alex is in line with what you're saying or he defaulting along. So that's why I just want him to make an answer straight. How can we take the issue of drugs and give it to God to solve it for us? That's what I want to know.
so that's what I'm saying. In the context that we are speaking, if it comes to just the school, with the kids in school, they would not be faster to say the thing on core business.
Mhm.
If it what he said was about peer pressure,
No, seek ye first the kingdom of God. That's the point I want you
That's
to
so
the
the
about.
number
kids,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so the kids will not think that way. But if it comes to the parent, I 100% agree with him.
That they should go and pray.
They should pray.
Mhm.
Because nothing we can do on this earth with all the parents. I mean, with all God. We have to involve God in it.
Okay,
Do
hold
you
on.
understand it?
Thank you. Hold on there. Wilton, please, can you brought that statement? Can you address it for me? Should we go and pray to God to stop drugs?
Yeah, Mr. Breakthrough.
Mm.
First, it's not my saying. I'm quoting from the Bible. I'm quoting from Matthew 6:33.
Okay.
And it says that seek first. It didn't say 6 seconds. I know drugs is about self-decision. But before you decide to do something, you should first seek the kingdom of God. I know a lot of the burden will even rest on self-decision, but you need God's help.
Mhm.
So seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness.
Okay.
And
So
all other things
yeah, will be added.
should be added unto it.
So how do we see God first in this drug issue now that kid in that country? Tell me.
Through prayers.
So
First, you should realize
Mhm,
that you are a drug addicted victim.
mhm.
And you get on your knees. See God that, oh, I want to change. You should make that decision like, oh yes, I'm
Wilton,
addicted to drugs.
Wilton,
I want to change.
can
Yes.
can a drug addicted person already in the drugs go and see God?
Of course. Oh, the Bible says, Mr. Breakthrough, for all have sinned
Mhm,
and fall short of the glory of God.
mhm.
Not only drugs.
Okay.
We all are insane.
Yeah. Now.
Despite drugs, despite fornication, despite whatever matters.
Mhm.
But God is a forgiving God.
Okay.
So whether you eat drugs or not,
Mhm,
why not seek Him?
mhm. So
Why not?
so do you know which part of which part of your body the drugs first affect? Those who are drugs
The drug
addicted.
that addiction is from the mind.
Good.
No other part of the body.
Good.
Addiction is from the mind.
Thank you. So when you
once you realize
yeah,
that your mind is being addicted to certain things,
yes,
and you don't have control of that addiction, but I can recommend somebody with discussing about solution and how can it be solved.
yeah,
I can recommend somebody that can influence that mind in a positive way.
and who is that person?
That you will be able to fight that addiction. And that person is nobody else but just 3 letters. G-O-D, God.
Okay, now the people that are already introduced, do you know that Liberia is going very high on the issue of youth getting involved with drugs? Do you know that?
Yeah, Liberia is getting very high.
To
Not
an,
that 100%.
to an extent that the president called for the general public to get on the street, and parade about it?
I witnessed it. I
Thank
put
you.
data in my phone because I wasn't able to join the people on the street.
All right.
But I was able to share my message through social media.
All
I
right.
witnessed it. I'm a victim of it.
I'm getting somewhere. This one is for you and Alex. Now, if a government who is next to God tell the citizen the place the drugs issue reaching now, you people come outside, let everyone all go around and put placard up and be we don't want drugs. We don't. Who are you telling you don't want drugs? You should be telling yourself we don't want drugs. So, do you think we can take that drugs issue and give to God to solve it for us? Do you think so?
Mr. Bertram, before I address your question, I want to make a short statement.
Okay, make a short statement so that Ellis will speak to that point.
Why do believers pray to God? You already know the problem. You're praying to God for an answer. You know the problem. Why is that praying? Solve it. Don't pray.
So that's what we're talking here. That's what we're talking here now.
But the problem is, if it reaches to the point where you see that you cannot solve it, you go to God for direction because every problem comes with option. There is no problem comes with narrow road. You follow this path and your problem will be solved.
Okay.
Roll so, and roll so. So you have to decide which road is the right road.
Okay.
So if you lost that vision, tell where people run to God, oh, give me the direction to take the rightful road.
All right, thank
but
you.
The rest will be left with you on how you solve it.
All right, Alex, coming quickly. You want to say something?
So I think the conversation is open now. It's down the result of school now.
It's related to school. No, it's related to school. Drugs in school.
It's related to school, yeah.
It is in school, but he's saying we should take it and give it to God to solve. So that's
I ask that question.
Administration.
Ask that question based on
discuss.
Yeah, I'm coming. This one is something that we need to clear.
So I asked the question based on what he said that we should go to God. So I go back to the same Bible. The Bible says, faith of our work is the dead faith.
Thank you.
So if the man's mind is polluted already, so how will it work? He didn't have a faith. How will it work? The man's mind is polluted already.
What
will
is
that work towards that?
What is work? But the fact that that person take that time, get on a knee or lay flat on a stomach to pray to God, is that not a work?
How can a man who is already addicted think about going to God to lay down on his belly?
The man's mind is already disturbed. How do you think he'll get on his knees and pray? You saying that you have had the experience. For me, I have not drunk alcohol or smoke or nothing. But I've experienced these things that I'll bring kids up along with me. I'm still trying to see how we can get them from the street. If you take them and say, let me carry you to church, that one day, if that man come by, the next thing you think is how to get some friends to go get her. And the next thing they think on. So the mind is not focused. So the mind must be focused to go to God. If the mind is not focused, you will not go to God. The mind is already
Correct.
disturbed with the food or anything they were taking in.
Okay. All right. Now
So
let me
when you go there,
Alex. Let me hold you there.
yeah,
Wilton, what I'm trying to, the reason why you see me quizzing you tough way back and forth like that, because we who that are still conscious minded, that are still thinking right, I want you to address our side, how we can work with this. Because those who are already into it, my man, a man who is already gone colo mental with drugs issue will never think about going later on. It's better to ask God for nothing. The only thing that man is thinking about, how to jack your phone from you and go give it to someone who's selling drugs to take the drug. How to enter someone's window. That's all he has on his mindset. So
Okay.
we that are
So
conscious
then,
minded are the people I want
yeah.
us to address. Now that we
Okay.
are coming, those who are on the street parading, quote unquote, are people who we believe are not into drugs business. That's why we are parading for people who are there to be safe from there.
Yeah, sure.
So what can we do? What can we do with that point that you raised, right? I think I know that stress or what you own. We
Prayer, depression, tension, and anxiety.
good. So what can we do to solve it? And you said we should give it to God. That where we started to answer, how can we give it to God? You said we should go pray. Can praying make I mean, contrary to people to stop taking drugs in school? Can praying do
Yeah,
that?
Mr. Breakthrough, first, we should look at the issue. Stress. Something can only become a stress if you have thought on it for a long period of time, cannot find a solution, but it keep playing on your mind. It's stressing you out. Tension is when you're willing to solve that issue, but you don't have a solution. It becomes a tension on you. Anxiety is where you want to do something, but you don't have the ability to do that thing. You become anxious to do it. Depression is when you find yourself in all that category. You become depressed.
I agree.
So if you are in that state, it's completely out of your control. It have a lot to do with your decision making. I agree. The person is already addicted. That is the issue from you. But you will not be continuously addicted. Even me, like I said, when I was in high school, I've been on victim of alcoholic addiction. I grew in a cycle, especially for a friend who was already on alcohol addiction.
How you left from there?
But there is a time that you have a right state of mind. And if you had a right state of mind, something comes after it. It's called conscience.
How you left from there?
You're
Tell me on this show how you left from your alcohol addiction. Quickly, just say that quick.
conscience.
So
I
you
started to like my conscience grew. Am I doing the right thing? Am I with the right friend? Is this what I want? Is this what my parents want for me? So I started to question myself, and my conscience keep growing and growing and growing until it reached to the point where I couldn't find a solution. But I remember that I grew up on a Christian home. The only thing I found myself in, I was on my two knees and I was praying to God because I knew I was in the state where I willing to change, but I don't have the ability to change myself. I'm addicted. I want to change. Now that all these children on the street, they don't know that they are doing the wrong things. They know. They know that taking drugs is bad. They know that they grew up with their friends and their friends is living a different life from them. They are sleeping on the street. They're not happy about it, but it's addiction.
all right?
How to get out of it?
Okay.
When I realized that,
Mhm.
I seek God.
Okay. Thank you.
Because my sister said the city says, seek first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness and all the things will be added.
Okay.
The
So
next thing I did is that I seek mentorship.
so as a country now, talking about the school sector, what should be done?
As a Christian nation, we are a country in general. We are in lineage. We are a Christian background. We are Everything have an origin.
So what do we do? What can the country do now to stop it from going to school? What should be happening now?
Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Number one,
Mm-hmm.
realize that you are in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Make a decision.
I believe we already realized, because if we didn't realize, President will not say everybody can answer. So we have realized. What is
Even the president, that you are making mention of recently declared for first time in Liberia history, declared extra day with the exception of fast and prayer day that we should pray. Because he instead making reference to God.
I agree now. I agree
God
with
is
you.
inevitable.
I agree. So the president realized now that number one, the country,
We should go to God.
Drugs has taken over or is taking over this country. So let's come outside. So that process that was just done a few days ago, is that the way drugs can stop? Or is that the way the drugs will stop?
That is one of the many ways that drugs is stopped.
Okay.
One of the many.
Okay.
There are other factors that need to be implemented.
Some of
Seeking
them.
God is not all of it.
That names some.
There's that.
Okay. So seeking God is the first one, right?
Yeah, seeking God for honor, stress, tension, depression, and anxiety.
Okay.
Not only God you're seeking, but you're also seeking mentorship for advices. People being through what you think you're going through. People being stressed more than you. People being tension more than you. People have experiences. So seek mentorship. Seek parental advice. There's an adage of an old that says, sit on the old mat to plant a new one. So seek advices from people who have been there before you.
Okay. Let's go to your next point.
Peer pressure.
Okay.
It's very cardinal.
So how can we stop that before it affect our schools?
Well, Mr. Breakthrough, I will also recommend you again to Proverbs 13:20. He who walk with the wise become wise, but the companion of a fool, two things, you will lead into suffering and harm.
Okay.
Proverbs 13:20. So if you want to stop peer pressure, you should be very careful on the choice of friends you make.
Okay.
When I was victim of alcohol addiction, I grew up with a single parent. My mother didn't have much to afford. I went to school on exact transportation. I had a friend who from a wealthy family, but he was addicted to alcohol. Before we even find food to eat, he already got money to buy liquor to drink.
Wait on. Can I make something clear? Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Breakthrough.
I want us to know that we are not directing our conversation to a particular person that is doing drugs. We are opening our minds on how the drugs that is affecting our educational sector can stop. Because you said it can stop. Alex said it can stop in school. So it is that way you think that it can stop, that effective way that you think will make it stop. That's why I want us to talk here, let people know that this is the way this thing can stop. So number one, you said we should go and pray to God. That's number one.
Yeah, and the prayer that we giving to God is restricted when you are in a state where you are stressed, you are tension, you are going through depression and anxiety. Out of your control, you see God. And number two, I said peer pressure. When you are in a state of...
Hold on, Alex.
Yeah.
Go, say something.
Can I come in?
Come in quick, yeah.
Yeah. So per my understanding from our brother, you are asking how can we stop it?
Yes, that's what
you are not asking the man that is in there, how can he stop it by himself?
Because the man is already in it.
Yeah.
Holistically, as a nation, how can we tackle this thing so that our students can stop being affected with alcoholic addiction and illegal
Elections.
drug.
Okay. Mr. Breakthrough and Brother Alex. This is my point. Let me make it very simple and clear.
Okay.
One can only stop drugs or alcoholic addiction when he or she realizes that they are addicted
Okay.
to drugs or alcohol.
Okay.
So that's why I'm carrying you to the very beginning of realization. You cannot stop
So
drugs
Uh,
or
can I ask a question?
alcohol.
Alex, I don't want us to quiz him. Okay, that's his view. I know, because if we want to go into that quizzing, it would drag it, because someone that is already addicted will not free themselves. So let's take his view for his view. The
If
problem
you
with
cannot realize that you are addicted,
Mhm.
if you cannot realize that you are addicted, you will not stop.
All right. Uh, um. All right. Number two. Yeah. Let's go to the next point.
So
Number three.
peer
Number
pressure
three, rather.
is firstly realizing that you are being manipulated because these children left at home. Some of them is not from a bad home, some of them from a good home, but they have a bad friends.
Okay.
They went to school and their friend are being the one manipulating their mind. Now we are having a discussion of addiction. Some of them are addicted. How can they get out of it? Realize first that the surrounding you are in is not safe. The reason why we are even on this platform having this discussion is because we have choice to make. We all pass through these challenges. Mr. Breakthrough, I know that you had a lot of bad friends and you realized that that energy was not in alignment with your energy. You chose your friends. You knew your path.
Okay.
Brother Agnes, I knew that you're a victim of bad friends. We all, one way or the other,
Okay.
have been victim of bad friends.
So.
So if you realize that the cycle you are in is not good, then you deviate.
Okay. Let's go to the next point. Okay. So that's the solution there for peer pressure, right?
The solution for peer pressure is realize that you are in a bad surrounding.
Okay.
And number two, you stick the Bible verse that says Proverbs 13:20. He who walk with a wise become wise. He who walk the companion of a fool become foolish. So choose your friends. Find a good friend, you'll become good.
All right.
You put yourself in drugs addiction friends, you'll become a drug addicted addict.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think is that your last point now?
No, I got family upbringing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to that.
Parents send their children to buy alcohol. Parents drink alcohol in front of children. Parents introduces their children to alcohol. Parents or family are the one who teaches their children these habits. Bad parental or family upbringing.
Okay.
We need to both stop to these things.
Okay.
And the only way we can both stop to these things is that we should differentiate ourselves from these people that are doing the negative things.
Okay.
Do not be equally yoked with the unbeliever. Your father is an alcoholic or your father is a drug user. Does that mean that you should be an alcoholic or drug user?
You shouldn't be.
Differentiate yourself from
You
him.
shouldn't be equally yoked with your father.
No, if your father is a drug user or alcoholic user, keep a distance from him. And the only way you can do that is find a mentorship.
You should run away from the home when you're not able to feed yourself because you're parking, smoke, and drink. Leave the home, you join the street.
You know, don't run away. If your pocket drink and your mind can drink, depreciate, take the good side and leave the bad side. Oh yes, this is the bad thing about my father.
All
He's
right.
taking drugs, he's taking alcohol.
Okay.
And my mother, she's not a drug. They take the be able to differentiate good from bad.
All right. Let's get your next point. What,
Oh, let me kind of light.
was that the last?
No.
The last
I
one is
got
what?
two more.
The last one is what?
The last one is lack of parental discipline and school administration discipline. It's something I was to look into.
So that will stop. That will stop. Drugs from school, right?
Unless the school can take action on these children. I will make reference that when I was in Crest again, Catholic high school. There's a school on the old road they call Haywood. People who are witnessing this live platform, they know Haywood, Bishop. They call him Bishop Harris.
Yeah, just give the example quickly because.
Yeah, Bishop have a very strict principle on drugs. Every morning, Bishop will be the first on campus before you enter school. In fact, you open your mouth and smell it. When you smell alcohol, when you smell drugs, you take issue.
Okay.
Bishop used to search student bags.
So, okay, hold.
Bishop.
All that thing that Bishop were doing, all those things that Bishop did, how can that country still get drugs inside like that?
Because were restricted. Bishop only responsible for Haywood.
Good.
Bishop only responsible for his student.
Thank
Bishop
you.
made impact.
So what do you think? Now you're getting my point. So what do you think needs to be done for students within the school? So what to be done?
So the reference is that people should copy the reformator. The reformator is that come high on these children. This is addiction. This is not something that we should compromise. This is not something that we should say, oh yes, oh he or she has his or her choice to make. This is something that the parents should say, oh yes, come home so and so time.
Okay.
Parents should assess their children.
All right, good.
Don't get
do you
close
think
to bad friends.
Okay. Thank you for your points. I got them now. Do you think government get any part to play in this thing?
Government got a huge part to play, Mr. Breakthrough.
What is the government part?
This.
No, hate it.
I've been dodging.
No. What is the government part? Alex spoke about the government part. What is the government part when it comes to school issue and drugs? What do you think the government part to be played?
First thing, the government should be able to engage the students through platforms, through the media platform, through whatever platform, through school administration. They should send Ministry of Education in the United States and crank the less and expect work to be done. They should be able to engage the students, educate them on the negative effect of drugs.
Okay.
Let the children know that what they are doing is wrong.
That's a straight point right there. Is there any other thing you want government to do again?
The next thing I would want for a government to do to be friendly with you, Mr. Breakthrough, that the government be able to lay the basis for the children to have options.
What do you mean?
A lot of the children, what I mean by options?
Alex, is there something branding you? You want to talk it?
Yeah, let me come in.
Alex, come in.
So, Breakthrough, you make me sick.
No.
We need that. From the beginning, the onset of the show, you said we should restrict the discussion to
school.
Only school. I wanted to open the war and tell you what government needs to do, blah, 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 blah. Community needs to do, blah, blah, blah. You said we should just go to school.
No,
but
I come in.
You are giving my brother so much time that he gone far and not outside the school.
Okay, I come in now.
So,
I come in. Let me tell you what I said. I said, how, this is the topic. Look at it here. I come in. What is the causes? You gave your causes. How can they stop? Yes or no. You say yes. How? So in this how, you can say for schools to stop the issue with drugs, government needs to bring TV on campus to school. Don't tell me say government needs to do it with film makers. I told you, say I don't want to go to film maker. I want to stick it in school. Everything we talk about, school. Parents needs to be part of this because the students leave from their houses, they come to campus. So everything we should be talking should be, how can this be solved from school? That's the point I was making.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
This is when.
Wait more. Alex, I want to clarify Alex down. Mm-hmm.
This is where now. So this is where I'm saying that it is going off the school. Because you're talking about stress. You're talking about stress is not relating to school. From in my belief, not relating to school. Those depressions and things are not relating to school. Because children they're getting up, they're going to school, they're not depressed. So school depressing them, is stressing them up? No.
That is
point. I said no.
You are right.
I said no.
That is why I said I don't want us to judge Wilton Let him just explain his point. Then you will come back and make a conclusion on what you said. And then I will ask few questions that I started asking now. And you see, he catching it back. I said, do government get part to play? He said, yes, government get her part to play to stop alcoholic addiction and misuse of drugs in school. How can government perform for this thing to be reduced in school? Not for it to be reduced in the market. I don't want to start talking about the market, the fee makers, start talking about those who go and say, no, let's concentrate on how our students can be safe. So any safety measure we're talking about,
I mean, you got a letter in my left workout, sir.
any any safety measure or any solution we're talking about, how can it be related to the school? But we are seeing you clear. We are seeing you. So Alex, if you have something to give your points so we can run down on that. How do you think this can be solved? So government is involved, right?
Yeah, government involved.
So what do you think government needs to do that will make this thing to stop in school?
First thing first, to stop the drugs from entering on the campuses, government had to put strong measure in place where
What are those measures?
outside of the school, they have to work on the LDEA alongside with the ministry. I said from the beginning, the Ministry of Education has law that school should be fenced. I think they brought that idea because they need protection for the students.
Okay. So every school, so that hit the point. So every school in Liberia should be fenced. That's what you're saying.
That's one.
That hit the point so that people will take note.
That's one major one. Because those fences will protect the students. Not only physically, will also protect them mentally.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
Two, this administration too should not just have one man standing at that gate just to open gate and close gate.
Okay.
Let the government come down high on those administrations. Let them employ more security.
Okay.
At least 3.
That's how I want you to give the points. That's how I want to go.
At least 3. Because you got a lot of students entering the fence. You can get one student, one instructor that check, one security that checking. Then the next thing is what I'm saying 3. Even if possible, some of those students will somehow, because the criminal things twice than the security men. So if somehow one of those students will take any of the drugs in their class, we should also have inspection done in the various classes.
Okay.
After the students have gone to class, check. And I realized also that most of the time the students get their stuff during recess period. They will have to give a whole lot of excuses. Oh, I'm gonna collect this, I'm gonna collect this, I'm gonna collect this. And when they get outside to collect that thing, they're where they will collect their stuff and take it in before coming back in class. I experienced that too when I was in high school. A lot of my friends were doing it. They'll go outside there and buy that gin, put it in the water plastic. They will cut some on where to go buy it. They'll drink some there. But the other friends that did not go outside, they will tie theirs in the water plastic, put it in their pockets, walk with it. Because the security guy saw him going outside and this and that, he will not allow him to come. He will not check him. He'll just allow him to enter inside. Okay. The next thing is, the students, if you watch those students that are always in a habit, they will get more close to the guys at the gate. Okay. Every time they kind of get small thing, just be flexible on them. I experienced that also with my friends in school. So that's when they will use it and goes and come. And some of those guys that are at the gate also, they can cut. So the men will buy that stuff and can give it to them. I'm not talking about the drugs specifically. Let me just start with the alcohol. So those are some. Then the main one I said, and I still emphasize on it, if anyone is caught, if any one of the students is caught for any act, let them be taken to the police station.
Okay.
Leave in the police station. In the police station, let them call their parents there. No matter how the parents beg on behalf of our child, let our child spend at least 2-3 hours in prison for the wrong, for alcohol or for drugs. Let them spend some time there. Let time be wasted.
Okay.
Let them realize it.
All right.
Those are just.
All right.
But if we want to pull it up, government still have a huge role to play to do everything. Okay. Government, we can't escape government.
No.
Government, once I small from school, government have to extend it to the border. But I will still say that we can stop it in school when we all put our ideas together, pieces together, and see how best we can do it. And when it comes to peer pressure, everyone else don't have the same feelings. I attended one of the bar school at the time. I attended Chito Gazing for 1 year. I ran away from there. At that time, I was doing this or theater. You have SSU there. You had SOD there. You had AFL, AFL, soldier children there, and some ex-combatant was there.
Why you run away, brother Alex? Why you run away?
Because those guys were carrying the drug on the camera and the school could not do anything because the school was at first. This guy, some of these guys no carry left in school, been left in school.
So if I'm getting you right, you believe that proper security system needs to be put down by government. A real tight security system needs to be put down by government. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's my main focus.
Yes. Welton, do you agree with that? That proper security system, a real tight security system, need to be put down by government?
I slightly agree with that.
Why? So what the difference do you have with that? We are seeing you. All right. So why he getting on? Do you think parents got part to play in this thing, Alex?
Yeah, parents got part to play.
So tell us the parent part straight. That's what I want. Straight.
First thing first, the parent part is this. We have to keep talking. First thing first, we got to observe our children at home. Their friends they got, what they like best and what they hate best. We have to observe those things. How they walk, how they speak, how to talk to people, how to approach people. We got to observe them. If we start to observe our kids, what they do on a daily basis, we'll know if they are going off track or they are still on path. Because as we grow as kids, our every age from the age between 11 to 14, our behavior changes right there.
Okay.
From 14 to 18, it also changes to another one. From 18 to 25 up, as we grow in level of life, changes takes place in our lives. Okay. So parents got to be careful and observe it. The friends we're interacting with, we got to observe the friends that are around them. Then we start to engage them. We start to engage our kids. We have to start to talk to them. Okay. In that life, our children will start to get to understand what they like better. You got to know what your children are doing out there, and 90% you got to know what they are doing out there.
Okay.
Then you put it on track. If we don't do that, observation play a very key role between the children and their parents. I think we need to do that. Then, if you notice that your child is going off track, maybe your child was a better child, he doesn't talk to you back. When you're talking to your child, he can't talk to you back. Sit down, think. What is going on now that my son or daughter is talking back to me? Is he thinking that he's getting mature? Because my parents suffer from that. I was not drinking, I was not smoking. But when I reached the age of 16, 17, 18, my ways of talking changed. My ways of doing things changed. Things started to change in my life. Myself, I experienced it. So at the age of 17, I got my sister that I live with. I got to go on my own.
Okay.
But thank God today, I did not go for alcohol. I did not go for drugs. But I went for things that I needed, I wanted, I knew it was better for me. Because I came, like my brother was saying, every person on this earth got different way of living. Some of us are weak minded, some of us are strong minded, some of us are focused.
Okay.
Based on your focus is how you come up.
Okay.
So
All
based
right.
on small focus, because I wanted to work with my own hands, I wanted things for myself. And because I know I want to steal it, I have to go and work for it. So I have to go in the cabinet shop as a very young age. Because there are things my parents will not provide for me, and I can't go on the street to go steal it. So I have to now go and work on my own hands to get some things. I grew up with brothers that could drink alcohol, and from my teen age, I saw it was very bad. So that's the strength that I had. That's the maturity that I had against alcohol or let's say alcohol, because they were I started with alcohol first, but in coming to this drug thing or in opium. So that's the feeling that I had. That's the maturity that I had against those things. So I just hated them because I was seeing my older brother get drunk, dropping the water. Then I started to think now, why should he allow his own money to use him? So everyone that coming will not have the same maturity, will not have the same IQ when it comes to wisdom or thinking or upbringing. So with the parents now, we got to focus on our children and observe them. If your child is weak, you have to build him up from an early age. Even if you notice that your child already started smoking, you have to go there now and start to guide him. So it comes back to observation. So if you start observing your child and you realize that the child is talking this way, why is he talking this way? Then you know what to do. But every time you're not observing anything, it will cause a lot of problems. So that is the parental part of it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Alex. Viewers, we want to say thank you for today. This topic is very huge, and we got different roles that are to be played. We got the community got to play their roles. We got the traditional leaders. We got the pastors. So we can't go into everything right now because we got like 10 minutes to our closing time. So we will stop here for today. But believe you me, we are not changing this topic because three of our guests didn't even show up due to the weather and they had some traffic issue on their way back today. So we will just stick on this for now. We will just begin from here next week when we start because this topic we have to carry for like 2 weeks because this is something that is eating up our future and the future of our country. So we need to stick about it till everything we have inside us is said. Tomorrow, this video will speak for us to say, oh, brother Ellis then discuss the thing. Oh, they talk about it. Oh, people here their own view, and children will know that we all put ourselves in it. That's why we have some of the kids, even our children in this program we call School Zone. This is our children program. We made our children to give agreement to us in the program before joining the program. For example, something like this.
I am student Hamilton V. Cassidy from Lofa County. I pledge my allegiance to the flag of Liberia and the republic for which it stands. I'm promising my God, my country, my parents or guardians, myself, and even you, Uncle Breakthrough, that I will never get involved with any form of illegal drug practice and drug abuse. I refuse to be a misguided or disadvantaged youth.
I am student P. Answer and Crusoe from Maryland County. I pledge my allegiance to the flag of Liberia and the republic for which it stands. I'm promising my God, my country, my parents or guardians, myself, and even you, Uncle Breakthrough, that I will never get involved with any form of illegal drugs practice and drugs abuse. I refuse to be a misguided or disadvantaged youth.
Student Amarachi from Maserado County. I pledge my allegiance to the flag of Liberia and the republic for which it stands. I'm promising my God, my country, my parents or guardians, myself, and even you, Uncle Breakthrough, that I will never get involved with any form of illegal drug practice and drug abuse. I refuse to be misguided or disadvantaged youth.
I am student Chimamanda from Monserrado County. I pledge my allegiance to
Okay, so you see, so the children in our program, This is the kind of way we make them make agreement to themselves and their parents and their country. So there are a lot of things we are doing to fight the issue with these drugs that we need people to come. These children have a lot to say about this drugs issue when we're ready to bring them on board. You know, those are some of the ways that international community are fighting their own drugs issue. You understand? Then, for example, look at this.
I see a lot of people in the street.
Knowledge is power, and we did by the wrong people.
For Juliet and her classmates, the message is already sticking.
You should stop right now. You're gonna always smoke.
So really, we should bring these to the teenagers.
Yes, and parents too.
At Thomas Jefferson Elementary School, I'm Leah Mishkin for NJTV. At Thomas
Really, we should bring.
About making the right choices.
I'm just gonna have to tell it to my family. But you know what?
Using this coloring and activity book, delivering 25,000 of them to kids in 353 classrooms across the state. Students are asked to sign a contract on the...
Okay, this is what I want you to hear. You see, the government make the school to tell the government tell the institution to make the children to sign a contract as small as they are. Like what you heard our children saying just now in Liberia, in our program, they make the children to sign a contract. Listen to it carefully.
Across the state, students are asked to sign a contract on the first page that says, as a third grade student, I promise to stay alcohol, tobacco, and drug-free. As a third...
Listen to the children, third grade student. The government told the school to give the student the document to sign as a third grade student. That commitment. Listen.
353 classrooms across the state. Students are asked to sign a contract on the first page that says, as a third grade student, I promise to stay alcohol, tobacco, and drug-free.
You see that? Those are ways you can tackle drugs.
Yeah. That ways is one of the good first steps to take.
Know?
Because
but no, don't worry. We will continue from here tomorrow. Next Saturday, I just wanted you to get a tip of to tell you that we know what we came to say here. We just listening to a view, but we got conclusion for these things that will help government to tackle this thing easily. Even the land laws, government needs to make a mandate that if someone who sells drugs, a dealer is caught in your premises, the dealer plus you going to jail, not just the dealer. Those are points that I want us to talk about on this platform. If we catch someone selling drugs in your backyard, not only the person, we arresting you that get a horse and the person that's selling the drug, both of you are going to jail the same way because you are giving someone premises to pollute the society because you won't collect money. So you are not a good citizen. You shouldn't be free there walking about. You understand? And every citizen and every renter that is in that house will be fined. They won't go to jail, but they will be fined because they knows about it, but they don't want to talk. You will hear someone saying, "Me now my belly with me. I won't talk before somebody can say I get chiche pole." So they don't want to talk, and they know that there is a woman in their house that's selling drugs. There is a woman in the house. People come to buy drugs from her. The children buy drugs from her, and she's selling it. Before you sell alcohol in Liberia, you need to have alcohol lesson. If police stop to your nightclub or to your liquor shop and say, "Where is your lesson to sell alcohol?" and you can't provide that lesson, you should be arrested instantly. So government will know who are those responsible to sell alcohol. Everybody can just open alcohol shop and be selling liquor and drugs. When you come to buy alcohol, what they do in Canada here, if you want to buy alcohol, you show your national ID card. Your age will tell you, not different ID card, only national ID card. To show that that person is above 18 years old to buy one bottle of liquor. When you buy liquor more than 3 cartons at wholesale, you can't buy it. You need lesson to buy more than 2 cartons of liquor. Individual can buy 2 cartons of liquor. No. That means you want to do something more, maybe party. You need to go for lesson to come back. So there's a way the thing can be tackled. It's not about going on the street wearing black clothes and be dancing, say, no more job. We don't want job. No more job. Y'all don't job. Yeah, people drinking liquor, making fun. No, the women then go buy all kind of fun blasted, pour their body in jean trousers and be all on the road shaking. And oh, we don't want job. Go to a job. It doesn't help. Government should tell every school, every semester, you need to have 3 anti-drugs awareness program for students and bring the video to LBS. You understand? You must do that program by force. You must do that program. We're not telling you, you must do that program for the students. If you don't do the program for the students, you will be fined. Do the video and bring the video to the Ministry of Education. We won't witness your program. That program you did, we won't see. And when the program going on, we don't need teacher to teach. Let the teacher teach the student to teach their friend student. You understand what I'm saying? Let the teacher train the fellow student to present drama, read books, talk about the issue about drugs to fellow students, because children learn from children faster. They won't see teachers standing even then again. They tire with the teacher from the classroom. So those kind of measures. So when you do your video every semester, 3 videos, bring it to me. If you don't bring that video to Ministry of Education, we're closing our school. We're not even asking you questions. So make sure at the beginning of the school year, the first 1 month, one of those kind of program is done. Maybe the last Friday for the first 1 month. The 3rd month, another one. So 3 times we want that video. So all schools should do that video. You bring the video on pen drive like this. You do it, you put it on stick. You put your school name on it. You bring it to the ministry. The ministry get their IT department. I was there. I know. They get that department there. I know the bossman name and all. Carry the video to him. Let them pluck it. They sit down. They make sure you did that program. They see your student then performing. They see all the students were sitting. They say, for example, something like this.
The flag of Liberia.
I will show you.
And the republic for also which it stands.
Let me show you something.
I'm promising my God, my country, my parents.
You see, these are some of the programs we are having in Liberia with children on national TV. Students from different institutions. We bring them on national TV and tell them about drugs. These 2 people, we are telling them the danger of drugs to a girl, to a boy. That's why you see, I will explain to this guy, the woman will explain to this girl. Those are programs we were running there.
Guidance.
You see, kids, we go from community to communities. Put children together, buy them candy, buy them food stuff. We give them novels to read what drugs is, the danger of it.
Myself and even you, Uncle,
I'll show you the last picture.
That I will never get involved with any.
You see some of the amount of students that I used to put out. We go to school, we carry bus. Each school gave us 20 students. We put them in carabine buses. We bring them in one big hall. We go to the police station. We bring the police to come to tell these children about drugs. You go on our YouTube page, you will witness. This is a whole video, very long. You will witness this video. Different schools. So even if everybody here will not learn, at the end result, even if 100 of these children learn something, you have just transformed 100%. This is not about wearing tight, putting your body in tight jean trousers and go be on road and be drinking liquor all around the place. Say who you showing flyer to? You think international community coming to Liberia to come help you solve drugs problem? No. Yourself need to be part of it. So next week we will continue on more of this. Brother Alex, we say thank you for today. We appreciate your time, and we will get more people to talk about the issue next week, and we will conclude on how we will conclude. And we believe some way, somehow, if not everybody, but the government will hear that, oh, these guys are trying and they are making their way possible. So Wilton want to come back. Let me see. I just want to tell you that we are done for now. We have already gone Oh, we got 1 more minute to end. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I think this was my closing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use this time as my closing. That you see, because I said I had kids that were bringing up, I wanted for them to be good, and they went astray. Besides that, I've been observing drugs in the communities, and children are going astray. So that's why the song that I sent to you. I don't know if you are listening to that song, Ghetto Life.
Ghetto Life, yeah, sure.
Yeah, in that song, if you listen to that song carefully, I touch every part of the society in that song.
Okay.
Every part of the society that will be able to help to curtail these drugs issues.
All right.
That is suffering our country today.
Okay. So
okay.
Let me let you go from here. Wilton, we thank you for coming back.
No, Mr. Bridget.
Yeah, thank you for coming back. We appreciate. I think the darkness can make your camera more sharp and powerful. In fact, so your face though very bright and just a child stater. So right now, I'm not trying to bring trouble in your family. I beg you. I beg you. I take my word, but you resemble child stater. Before you go home, you go meet mommy and daddy chugging blows. Say, how can someone see my child? They say they resemble child stater. Because child stater, there are plenty of former in our country. So some of them today we don't even know. We can only see them. We say, they were not far from Chatted. We go DDD. As one of Chatted here, that paper was too hell. You understand? Because the man had a currency, so he was doing the right thing. Now, so we will stop here for today, and we will continue with this topic. We are not changing it. We continue with this topic with the rest of our guests next week Saturday, and we will break this topic down into bits and pieces for next week. We know we didn't exhaust all what we had to say. We got recommendations to make to the government. We got stuff to make to the parents. We got stuff to make to even the local citizens. The citizens, even students. You see your friend doing something, you're not talking, you're part of the same thing. That means everybody needs to be part of this issue. So, Wilton, just give a closing statement and we call it a day from here.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Breakthrough, for the opportunity to close on this topic, which is cardinal to society. I don't have much to say because we have said it all. I think what we are trying to reach out to the public that children, students, whether primary, secondary school, should put an immediate eradication to drugs addiction and alcohol addiction. In doing so, you should first realize that you are being addicted to certain substances, and also you should be able to go through the reform mechanism. Like Brother Egley said, that the government too should step in, closing down the various borders in which the drugs is being transported. And our parents too should play a very cardinal role because the drugs does not have legs to walk through the country. Parents in general are the one importing it in the country. Parents in general are the ones selling it to the children. Parents in general are the one influencing the children to buy that sold product. So both the government and the parents should take action on the elimination of drugs. And for the school, this is time that the school touching a belt. This is time that the school come high on a student. This is time that the school be very cautious on a student. This is time that the school set up strict rules, regulation, and guidelines that the student will be able to eradicate the consumption of drugs. So in saying so, I will conclude by saying that drugs is a very harmful substance, a very dangerous substance. We should eradicate it. To the parents, to the student, to the listening audience, please follow this page and get more educative reason and solution to eradicate drugs the following Saturday. Thank you, Mr. Berger.
All right, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we salute you for being with us today, and we have gone above 6 minutes above our time. We say thank you and bye bye from our end.